Rising above the quiet waterfront town of Port Gamble, Washington, stands a mansion with a reputation darker than any shadow cast upon its walls. This is the Walker Ames house, a relic of the 19th century. Built between 1888 and 1889, the Walker Ames house rose during the height of Port Gamble's lumber boom. It was more than a home. It was a symbol of power. Lavish woodwork, commanding views, and plenty of space were all well reserved for the upper ranks of the Puget Mill Company. Port Gamble was a world controlled entirely by the mill. The company owned the homes, the store, the church, even the social rules. Lives were shaped by the rhythm of the lumber industry, and behind every prosperous town there were hardships and losses that never made the official record. When the mill finally closed in the 1990s, the Walker Ames house was left vacant. Its windows grew dark, its rooms cold, and locals began whispering about strange lights, sounds, and shadows that seemed to move on their own. The first investigators to enter the home reported flickering lights, sudden cold spots, and the sound of footsteps crossing empty hallways. But soon the stories began to take a more unsettling turn, focusing on the presence of children. Witnesses described seeing the presence of 3 small children at an upstairs window of the second-story home. They peer out but never speak. They simply watch and then they vanish. In the basement, investigators have photographed a tall, dark silhouette in a doorway, a figure they now call the Shadow Man. He never approaches. He only watches unless someone ventures too close to the stairs. Another frequent reported apparition is a woman believed to be a caretaker from the early 1900s. She appears near bedrooms, especially those belonging to children. She has been seen in the hallways, and some claim she radiates a sense of protection, while others feel something more sorrowful, as though she was trapped. The attic is one of the most active areas of the house. Visitors hear footsteps racing across floorboards and items shifting around and falling over on their own. Even whispers have been recorded during EVP sessions. The basement carries a heavier, more sinister energy. Some visitors describe feeling unwelcome, especially men. Women have reported being tugged, brushed, or even grabbed by unseen hands. On one occasion, a female emerged from the darkness with a dusty handprint on her leg. Despite the countless ghost stories, no verified murders ever took place inside the Walker Ames house. But danger was everywhere in old mill towns. Accidents, injuries, and grief were part of daily life, and emotional echoes and forsaken fragments in time have a way of lingering, especially in places built on hardship and loss. So why is this house haunted? Some believe the spirits belong to families who lived here. Others think they're tied to the mill or the land itself. And some investigators insist that the house is awake, absorbing the emotions of those who pass through its rooms. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy ghost investigations, ghost stories, or exploring abandoned locations, hit the like and subscribe button. I will be doing a follow-up video investigating the Walker Ames house with fellow YouTuber Sages Abandoned.